workflows, there's triggers, there's tags, there's reporting, there's emails. Um, the pipeline thing is really the only difference, and it's the magnificent one, the pipelines, um, where it comes to the funnels and the pipelines. I think that's where the differentiation lies. So I think that's really like I couldn't find a lot of things that you can't already do in XP.
Right, it's true. And also I think we as Experientify, we use like a white level version of Go High Level, which has a different name. And now that you mention it, it's pretty similar to Go Plus. And Steven has built some pipelines that are amazing. All the communication automations, whenever you sign up for a workshop or the
Yeah.
EMC live training, a lot of different things happen there, which is amazing. And that also saves a lot of time. And just, you divide people inside like wins or abandoned or lost, or, you can, that it's an amazing tool.
I
Honestly.
was using Pipeline Pro and Honeybook and a couple of others, and I didn't like them. But I took Marissa's CYC course last night. I got an email saying it's going away at midnight. Get your poop in a group. So I furiously took that in 90 minutes or 2 hours last night. Um, the language finesse, the way she breaks down the language of marketing and niches and Mission Possible, oh, so good. So I've already taken her dopamine button. I'm taking her experience design one Saturday. So anybody that's listening, you guys, you need to squeeze the juice out of Marissa's brilliance. I realize that a lot of her stuff is cut and paste from her major presentations, but oh my God.
No, yeah, she's brilliant, right? She knows what she's talking about.
Well, I talk too much and I market too hard and I oversell. And when she was whittling us down with our words, I was like, oh, this is what Lucia needed the most. So yeah, anybody on XP should be taking her free programs for sure.
Absolutely. Chris says that tomorrow there is a training. Is that like separate from the five? I heard that it was like a 5-day challenge thing on the course creation or something. So
Yeah, that
tomorrow.
was 5 days, but because I hadn't tapped into it, I did it all in one day because it was going to expire and I wanted to keep it. So, but there's three trainings. There's CYC, dopamine button, and then experience. So dopamine button's tomorrow night while
Okay. Okay.
while you guys are having Go Plus office hours,
Mm.
if I'm not mistaken.
Tomorrow? No, we are not. Not tomorrow. Probably next week. Yes, next week.
Anyway, yeah, her bundle of three is pretty cool. It's a blessing for free. I still haven't even signed in for your courses, which I really should get off my ass and
Sure, I will. I haven't sent you the email. I will send that right now, actually.
no, I think I've had it 3 times because I keep
Okay.
forgetting I've done it but I need to do a search of my email. Day Kim, you helped me so much today. I got them all. They're chewing. Oh my God, it was so good. There were staff. Are you staff?
No, no.
No, he's just great.
I thought you were.
Oh, Lucia.
You were answering. It's Lucia. You were answering
Lucia.
all my questions. I'm like, this person is definitely staffed.
Yes, thank you so much for that day. It was amazing.
I learned from the best. From Brenda is just remarkable. I highly recommend her
Mhm.
workshop, and yeah,
Thank you so much.
she's my lifeline.
What are you having for lunch, by the way? It looks delicious.
Yeah,
Looks like cake.
it's my recipe. It's eggs whipped with heavy cream, butter, eggs, and cheese. It's all raw too. So
An omelette.
and say again?
It's like an omelette.
Yeah, sort of. So I cook it in a big pan, and I like to kind of let it be creamy. So I'll just chop up, make
Okay.
slices, and I just like stack them on top of each other. It's really, really,
Wow.
really good. It's creamy and delicious.
A lot
I
of
can only
protein.
spot someone
Yeah.
under 40 because they say like cream and butter and more cream.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's a lot of science showing that like fat is incredibly important. So,
Oh,
the
yeah.
food companies, the pharmaceutical companies, they kind of did misinformation campaigns to say that fat is bad for you. But fat is the foundation of your hormones. Every hormone in your body requires fat as raw ingredients. It's the raw
You need it
ingredient
to
for
process
your nerves.
vitamins and minerals. Like you really need fat. I
Yeah.
may not need that much fat, but you know,
Well, it's actually, believe it or not, it's carbohydrates that make us fat.
I know
It's fat that
I'm a
makes us
brand new
lean.
diabetic. I just found all that
Yeah.
out. I'm a brand new diabetic. So
Oh, wow. Yeah. So that's all, yeah, sugar management.
already 20 pounds down. I'm going.
Yeah, go, go. Good job, Lucia. Very
Okay,
nice.
enough about me. I'm gonna shut up.
No, no, please. Please, we are having an Ask Me Anything type of session. So, Day or Chris, if you have any questions,
So
you're
I
welcome.
actually I have a wonderful comment. After yesterday's session, I
Mhm.
came to realize that I'm trying to jam pack way too many things into this 21-day challenge. And so I had a moment of just relief when I realized, you know what, I don't have to put everything in the kitchen sink into this program.
Right?
This being more of a live thing, focusing on resetting people's health, it makes a lot more sense to just mainly focus on the activities that people are going to be doing. So we have a sponsorship with this wonderful girl who provided us with a free month of EDM yoga. We've got another breathwork practitioner that's going to jump in and do some live breathwork for us. We're going to have the live weekly coaching calls. And so I think what we're going to do is on the very last week, I'm going to add the biohacks with the supplements.
Okay.
And so that the first couple weeks, we're going to just focus on getting people moving, getting hydrated, learning about what foods and like the lowest hanging fruit in terms of what to cut out, and just really focus on daily workouts, daily weigh-ins, and daily food journal/logs. And so that'll just simplify everything. And that will give me the opportunity to really figure out how to use Experienceify. Just the more times I run courses through here, I just learn something new every time. It's been great jumping in these calls with you as well, because I'm learning every time I jump in here. And, it's a marathon. I don't need to, make everything right away. We're going to do another challenge in January. So I think that's when once we'll have the framework scaffolding foundation for this program coming up, then I could implement and add more stuff. And I won't feel so nervous about the technical side of things, making sure that the
Of
experience
course.
engine doesn't break on me.
Right. No, it's made to make your life easier, and it's not as complicated as it looks. I know it can be intimidating, especially when you're just starting out and you haven't actually built a course from scratch. It can be intimidating, but don't worry, we got your back. We are here to help you with every step.
Yeah.
Don't worry, just make sure what you want your course to be like. Try to make bite-sized trainings and content, and you are good to go. We can help you with the rest, so don't worry.
Yeah. So, and then Jan,
there's a very specific kind of person that overcrams their courseware. And it is the most loving of spirit that overcrams their courseware, because we want everybody to benefit. And I've been teaching and writing courseware forever, and I always overcram my crap. And then my colleague always says, now split it in two. And it always
yeah.
turns into two pieces. But it's a very altruistic place to come from, to overcram your courseware, but it is not anybody's friend to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
It means you're loving. It means you're
Brent
wonderful.
Brenda knows. One of the courses I made could have been a 16-week course, and I expected my students to do it in 4 weeks. The training modules were like, some of the videos were like 40 minutes long, and then there's like additional videos, like, on top of that, like YouTube videos, additional resources for like another 30, 40 minutes. It was definitely too much. And so, but yeah, I've kind of learned the lesson that way, and seems like I'm, with yesterday. And actually, Jan brought up some good points. I think I'm going to spend most of my time curating the SMS messages and emails and make sure that those are hitting people every day to just bring them back into the course. I think that's going to do a lot more in terms of, allowing people to execute and, implement things. And so that's where I'm at. As far as now, it simplifies the scaffold. So I was wondering if at some point, if like my thing is I'm going to probably need a little screen share and maybe a little guidance to walk through how to set up the additional days and just make sure that there's nothing broken on the back end. But I'm not going to worry about different paths for different supplements or any of that stuff this round.
That's good.
And
That's
so,
good.
but yeah, everyone else can kind of go first, because I think mine's probably going to take a little bit of time. So if you gals have any questions and stuff, feel free to jump in. I'm going to eat my delicious egg
Sure.
mountain over here, and I'll just
Sure,
listen.
sure.
And
Wonderful.
There's something really important to remember because I work with introverts and people with ADHD, and there's an inverse proportion that we have to remember when we're making the size of our lessons or trainings, as you call them. The higher the vulnerability in the client, the shorter the trainings have to be, or they can go into crisis, or they can go to self-loathing or whatever. So, for example, in my courses, they have to send me videos all the time. They're super exposed. So I make sure the lessons are small. So when we were designing some weight loss programs, we had to do the same thing because they would get lost in the darkness in their spirit. So we made the lessons micro lessons, and people were more apt to zip from one to the other when they weren't going, oh my God, I have to feel bad for 45 minutes. So that's just, there's an inverse proportion to the vulnerability and the size of the lesson to
that
keep
makes
in
sense.
mind.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm definitely going to do very, very short videos because we do encourage people to do video entries because I feel like it's really great. It's just better for the community. And also it's good for them because just getting in front of a camera and speaking and recording is, I'm all about personal development and growth. And so just learning how to communicate, that's probably the most important skill, in my opinion, is to get your message across if you're a person. And yeah, and you have a voice and ears and all that stuff. So that's a great point, actually. I'm going to make sure to make the modules very, very short, micro lessons. That makes it a little less work for me as well. And so I'm excited about that. And yeah, it's really simplified things. And so I think the main thing will be just getting the 21 days, the structure of the back end situated, and then I could just go into course creation mode and start recording rapid fire record the videos and batch the videos out. Because one thing that really slows me down is I make the video and then I go and I'm like, okay, now I got to do technical stuff, got to do creative stuff, and just going back and forth. And so, yeah, thank you for that, Lucia.
Yeah, thank you, Lucia.
Yeah, task batching saves my little ADH brain because I'm like, okay, I need an hour of Canva, I need an hour of XP, I need an hour, and I can only do an hour, so I have to slot it up. But yeah, the vulnerability thing really makes people dread. When we teach people to design courseware, I'm like, if you're doing DIY on their own stuff, I call them toilet lessons. Like if they can't do a lesson while they're sitting on the toilet, your lessons are too long.
Right. Good advice there. Thank you, Lucia. And just before we continue on this conversation, I just want to welcome Araceli and C. And please, guys, this is an Ask Me Anything type of session. We are having a discussion on what's the best way to build your courses. They here learn that if he keeps his trainings shorter or videos shorter, that makes it better for his students to learn the best way. So yeah, that's what we are talking about. And if you have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourselves and ask the question, or you can write your question in the chat and I will be happy to address that. In the meantime, we will let Day complete his dinner, or no, lunch, right? Lunch.
Yep.
And if somebody else has any questions, or Lucia, if you have more on that topic, we would love to listen more about that. And yeah.
Love the background, by the way. I grew up on Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah, so cute. You're muted, Lucia.
I work with technical speakers and STEM professionals. I'm all geeked out. I'm about to start a show called Geeks on Mics. So yeah, it's I'm all about the Pinky. I just don't know which one I am on any given day.
You can change between days.
I'm a little more Pinky, I think.
Okay, C, do you have a question? Please go ahead.
Sorry, I just had to unmute myself. Hi, I'm brand new here. I just found the platform and I'm trying to just determine if there's a way to kind of integrate this with my Shopify store. So on Shopify, I do have merchandise and t-shirts and things of that nature. But I would love to, I know with Ruzuku, I can kind of add like a subdomain so that people while they're shopping there can click on that and then it will divert them over to Ruzuku. But I like this platform so much better because Marissa's Crack Your Course was such an enjoyable experience for me, and if it's enjoyable for me, then it will be enjoyable for my students. So, but I'm just wondering if I can use that same kind of subdomain the way that I would be able to with the other platform. Does that make sense?
So what I'm getting from this is you want to connect Shopify with the Experientify. So the way that I think about it is, for example, if you had a landing page in Experientify, you want to connect your Shopify to the landing page or your sales page, for example.
I guess something like that. Yeah, like I'm looking for, if they're on my Shopify page and they say click on my course, then the course would divert them over to Experientify and all of the material that I have there.
Oh, so the way around. Okay. So
Yeah.
so if you have do you have a domain?
Yes, of course. Yeah, I have it all set up.
Okay, amazing. So for what you want to do, my suggestion would be creating a website with that domain.
Yes.
And your website, that's where you would put the link to the Shopify, to your shop, and link it to Experientify so that they go to your marketplace and can see all the courses that you promote there.
Yeah.
But the first step would be setting up the website, and from there you can link Experientify with a
Okay.
subdomain. That's what a lot of people do.
So it is pretty easy peasy to do then.
I mean, yes, it is easy. Yeah, we
Right.
have. I will share with you the article that talks about how to connect your into Experientify. Once you have your website and everything, connecting or using a subdomain in Experientify, yes, it's not complicated.
Okay.
Okay, I will share that with you in the chat.
See, are those on your Shopify? Are they all digital products, or do you have like?
No,
physical?
that's the thing, right? So I have t-shirts and I have some bags and things of that nature, which is just kind of like merch, so to speak. But then I also have ebooks and will have courses and more digital stuff. So I'm just trying to find ways to kind of merge the two.
If you're looking for a more robust way, if you have a lot of inventory, and especially if it's physical stuff, you might want to, I don't know if you, since you're new, heard of the recent Go Plus integration, but Go Plus has a very robust, what do they call it? Integration with Shopify. And they
Okay.
can handle like inventory with merch and like, physical products probably a lot better. I would say Experientify is more for the digital side of things, although you can do physical merch as well. But yeah, there's
Okay.
just going to be more feature rich.
Okay.
Go Plus.
That is good to know. So does that work the same way as Experientify in terms of its gamification and such?
No, it's more like a
well, no.
CRM, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a CRM.
Gotcha. Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much for that.
Sure. I put the link in the chat if you want to check it out. JustGoPlus.com, and you
Awesome.
can see what it offers.
Perfect. Thank you. And one more quick question. What are the transaction fees on Experientify?
There are no transaction fees.
Oh,
It's just whatever Stripe is or PayPal is.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome, C. Awesome.
Welcome to Experientify.
Yes. And thank you, Dave, for
Thank you
your
so much.
shares.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes, see, you're welcome to stay and listen to, like other people's questions and learn more about the community. And a lot of times people have each other here. It's not just me talking. Almost every time is Dave, Lucia, Chris helping each other. So that's great. And I appreciate you for that. So if nobody else has questions, then Dave, you're welcome to share your screen and we can take a look at the
Awesome.
structure of your course.
Okay. So, and by the way, Brenda, I love the way you say automatically. It sounds, yeah, I love your accent. It's great. Super cool. Okay. So here we are. And so just to reiterate it, I repurposed the 10-day challenge to a 21-day. And so I added an additional module right here, which was just a duplicate of module 2. And so what
Jay,
I'm
may I
looking to do,
interrupt you, please? I'm
Mhm.
visually impaired. Could you hit the whole control plus a couple of
Oh yeah,
times,
of
please?
course.
Thank you, my friend.
Yes, of course. And so I guess what I'm looking to figure out here is, and maybe we can run through the experience engine step 5 at some point, but I'm thinking first step is probably to add 2 more days to each week, right? And for that, would I just duplicate day 5 twice?
Why
Is that the
would
simplest
you,
way?
why do you want to do this? Because you want to, like, the reason, and I'm sure that you asked this the last time. It really depends when you start your challenge.
Yeah.
Usually people start it on Mondays, I guess.
Yep. So we're
Um,
starting Monday, and then so that would be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday, we're gonna like we want people to be logging their food and their weight and their exercises every day, and so
okay.
that's
Okay.
where we would need like each day. So
Then yes. Yeah.
okay, got it. And so, and this is where I'm starting to wonder because I haven't seen what it looks like under the hood yet in terms of like what the experience engine is, and I'm just kind of probably need to get a revisitation here. So same thing for these here. Just fill out. So we got 7 days there, and then 7 days here. Oops. And then I guess I can. So see it right here, like it's already it says leave locked, but this is a draft. So I'm just wondering.
You need to change the release timing into leave locked.
So release timing, leave locked. Okay, and that the unlocking is, I'm guessing, happening in the step 5.
Yes,
Like that's where I would. Okay.
exactly.
So just going in here. Day 7, and then leave locked. Not sure if there's anything else I'm supposed to change on this portion yet, but again, just setting up the skeleton so that we can go in.
Sure.
So day 8. And then I'll switch out the thumbnails. Actually, I could probably do. I want to take up too much of everybody's time here, so maybe I can. Yeah, just do that later for that piece. Is this day 11? All right. Oh wait. 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay. And this is really just amazing that we have access to be able to be on a call and go through these things.
Absolutely, yes. Hi, Dr. Sue.
It's a dream.
Sue.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Okay. So and then I'll just do this later just because I don't want to waste anybody's time. So so now what do you recommend next is to go to step 5 here and just start looking at
Yeah, I mean,
everything's set up?
depending on the content of what you're going to change each day, obviously you need to change the different actions that they are going to take in every training. And
Right.
here now in the experience engine, you have this set of automations, right? The first one is when a user is added to the course. And if you click that, you will see that in the who should go down this path question.
All students?
That's fine. All students should go through it. You can
Or
decide if only people with certain tags can go through it. But in this case, it's everyone, because once they sign up for your course, they will receive this email.
okay, and that means all students in this course, right? Not
Yes,
just
in this
all
course.
students in my. Okay.
No, just in this course.
Yeah.
So if
Okay,
you
so there's one
open,
action.
yeah, if you open the question,
Where's
who
the
should go
question?
down this path?
Oh,
Just
I see.
click there,
Mhm.
and they will receive this email. This
Okay.
is a pre-written email. If you click on the student welcome email, you will see that pre-written email. You can always edit it. So you can click in the open it in our new editor and you change everything about it.
I see. So not in here.
Not in here. No, you need to open
this
the
thing.
builder.
Okay.
That one.
That's new, actually. I haven't.
Yeah, it's fairly new. It has like 2 months, I think.
Okay.
2 or 3 months.
Okay. So I go in here, edit this email.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm. You can change everything
So-
about it. And to be completely honest, it's not as easy to go back. Oh, what if you click there? Oh, yeah, it wasn't intuitive for me because I always used to click in the go back arrow and it didn't take me back. Never mind.
Which,
So that's
I'm
that's
actually, I want to
different.
see what you're talking. So wait, go back.
And if I click go back, it doesn't take you back.
Where's
Like-
go back?
Like, in your browser, when you have the
Oh,
the
yeah.
arrow
This,
that takes you.
yeah. What happens when you click that? Nothing.
So what
Okay,
did you
I see.
hit there? Was
Whoops.
dividers? Where you got the banners? You like for a second you were in the banners.
So
Yeah, go
let's
ahead.
see. What was the question? Where in the banner? Oh, this
Click
thing. To
click
edit this
there.
email, open it in our new
Yeah,
editor.
click that thing. And then manual must have been dividers that you hit to get all those
Dividers?
banners in the menu. No, over to the right, over to the right, over to the
Oh,
right.
these things.
Yeah, you must have hit one of those to pull up the
No,
banners.
it
Or
just
was
came
it
up automatically.
blocks? No, you clicked on something. That's
Banners?
well, I call them banners because of web design, but that's the one. It was blocks. Thank you for that. You can go on with your thing. That's all I needed.
Okay,
I was looking for those the other day.
nice.
What
Yeah,
were you
it's
looking for?
amazing.
For blocks.
Okay. So then that's that
That's
piece.
that, right? So that's the only thing that happens when a user is added to the course. You
Got
can
it. Okay.
add an SMS if you want to, but that's completely up to you. The only thing that happens is that email.
So how would you add an SMS? Just curious.
Yes, click there
Plus.
and then select SMS.
Oh, and then just okay.
Type the message. Just make sure to not use emojis because that costs more.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
it
Okay.
does.
Okay.
So that's an
good to
option,
know.
right? And then
Okay.
you can click in the when user is added, right? And the second one is when user receives a workshop starts in a day tag. The system
Okay.
automatically created this tag, right? And the question is, when do they get this tag, right? In this case, for this particular template, you need to add that tag manually to your students. So what you need to do is go back to your students, filter those by course once you have them in, and then add the tag to all of them.
Okay. So let's imagine. So would I do it here in students, like the?
Let's say that those are your students, and select. There's like a circle by the side of name. Like that circle, like an empty circle, like a little
Oh, yeah.
up there, in that one, up there in name.
Oh, all of them. Okay.
Yeah, okay. And in the batch select, add tag, and then you copy the exact name of the tag, which is workshop, da 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 da.
And
Add
so
tag,
add tag, and then where do
apply.
Oh, apply.
Yeah, and then you select the tag, which should be there. If you look for workshop starts in a day, it's not workshop start. There we go. That's the one. So
Got
Is
it.
that
all
the
of them
same
will.
as a smart list in Go Plus? That's the same theory as a smart list? Like batching.
Oh, could be, but I'm not sure, Lucia.
So,
Right, never mind.
but I would like, let's say, for example, these students are added because this is just all of my students across
Right,
all the different
right.
courses. So
You
I
have
would
to-
just go and select.
No, you have filters in the bottom left. Filter activity by, and you can filter by course. Up there, by course, and there you go. You select the course that you want to down there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that's
I
how
didn't
you
see
can.
that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. You
So
guys thought of it all.
Yeah, that's the second step. So
Okay.
going back to the courses,
Going back.
step 5. Okay, that happened, right?
Right.
I don't know why it's duplicated. What if you open that when,
This second one?
yeah, that one with the who should go down this path? Just click to open it in the question of who should go down this path. There we go. And can you open the one above? The one that says also when user receives workshop starts in a day.
See the difference?
I think it is.
So
So
Yeah.
there's two automations happening. Let's take a look at the first one.
okay. So workshop starts
So-
tomorrow.
Right. So right when they receive that tag, they will also receive an email that says, hey, the workshop starts tomorrow.
Got it.
Okay. And you can edit that.
Okay.
And then it tells the system to wait 7 days
Okay.
for some reason, because this is a 10-day challenge template, right?
Yes. That's
So
confusing.
that makes no sense, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the reason behind this is that you tell the system to wait 7 days for this 10-day challenge, and then wait another 7 days, and then you suspend them from the course. So they won't have like lifetime access to this course. If you don't
Right.
want that, you can simply turn off these automations if you don't like that. Obviously, if you wanted to change the time, you can also do it because your challenge is 21 days long.
Right. So technically, I mean, I would probably just add a duplicate here then, so that
Right?
it would be,
If you want to suspend their access, then yes, add like a duplicate and that's it.
so I'll slide that up there.
Mhm.
Okay. So that makes sense. For looks like this is to send an email when the course is about to start and then suspend it once the course is over because it's a live one. So
Mm.
then what is, mhm,
Right. And then what I was going to say is just like, instead of adding 3, wait 7 days, you can just add one that says,
wait, 21
wait
days.
21 days or 22 days, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay, that's an option also.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, now let's go to the second one. When a user that one. Okay, so what happens there? Once you give them this tag, the system waits automatically 1 day, and then they receive the day one
Email.
right? So
How
again,
come those say the exact same thing?
the experience,
Yeah, they both say the exact same thing.
right? Because you can create different experiences with the same trigger. So you can create, if a user, when a user is added to the course, you can create 2 experiences that have that same trigger as a starting point. That's why it says the same.
Yeah. So that was confusing for me at first, but it looks like this one is so that we send an email 1 day before
Mhm.
it starts to get people like ready and, hey, it's starting tomorrow. And this one is after it starts, you wait a day and then that means it'll be day 1. And then from
Exactly.
there, you'll send the first day email. And what is this, an SMS or, unlock training? Okay.
The only thing that you need to do manually here is add the tag. And once you add the tag, they will receive the email that says, and you have to add the tag a day before it starts, right?
Yeah.
So you add the tag, they receive the email, and then the system waits 1 day and they receive the day 1 email. Does that make sense?
So I would have to like add the tag 1 day before. I can't add it 2 days before because then it'll throw everything out of whack.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. So it's not
Yeah,
based on calendar date. It's based on when that tag gets assigned.
Exactly. In this
How
case, yeah.
come when we set this up all ahead of time before we have students, why do we have to go back in and manually tag them on both of these when we've set up our course for all this to be there?
Right. It's just that it really depends when they buy your course. That's why, I mean, what you could also do, because this is a template, right? But what you could do is, I'm thinking, when they buy your course, you can create a tag, like the workshop starts in a day tag, and put it in your order form. And the thing with this is that if you know that your challenge is going to start this upcoming Monday, which is Monday 21st or 14th, sorry, October 14th. What you can do is just add that tag manually, and then you can create a trigger that says on this specific date, send this email. So that would be like a more sophisticated way to do it. However, I know that this is confusing because there's many ways that you can do one thing. And this is one way to do this. When they created this template, that's how they figured out that this is the best way to do it. But there's many other paths that you can take for sending all the automations. So if that makes more sense to you, you can always take a different path and the result will be the same. That's what's so confusing about Experienceify, you know, like you have many different ways that you can do one thing. So let's just try to understand the logic behind this.
Yeah, and the
And
principles.
if there are other ideas, they are more than welcome. But Lucia, do you have a question about this? Sorry.
Not about this. So if you want to stay on topic for a minute, I'm okay with that until you get to me.
Okay.
My hand
let's-
went down too. I don't know what happened to it.
So then I can figure, I'm just trying to understand the principles of how this all works. And I think it's
course.
starting to make sense. So like after day 5, because this was a 10-day challenge, wait 1 day, catch up day would be, see, that's strange because wouldn't a catch up day be
It's
not
just
there
that-
if it's a 10-day
right.
challenge?
It's just that in this case, we are allowing the weekends to be free. So that's why it's catch-up day.
Oh, okay.
But if you
I
want,
see.
again, if you want to remove that, you can turn it off and you need to change that email maybe for something that's different. Like today, you need to upload your game. I don't know, like it really
Yeah.
depends how you're
Well,
going to do that.
that actually works because that's what I wanted the weekends to be, catch up on
okay.
the first 5 training modules, but then
Mhm.
also have those days to log in the daily tasks.
Right. And if
So
you
I could
scroll
put it in
down-
the email, like,
Sure,
yeah,
sure,
we're
sure.
doing daily tasks.
And if you scroll down, this is where you need to add more days to it. So you can duplicate like this exact same structure, like day 8 unlocked, and then they receive an email,
So one thing, and then I can pass the mic here. This is the last confusing piece, and maybe I'll jump in for other stuff just so people have time. But so I added these additional days, right? 6 and 7, and then these ones. So when I add those days, does that automatically add anything in this experience engine, or is
It
all the
doesn't.
stuff? It does not. Okay.
It doesn't.
So then that's a little confusing for me because when we get into this one that we were just on, how
Right
come
here, right?
how come there's
Right.
day 11 and okay, because they were doing catch up days and it's 14. So that's what threw me off, because when we talked about the 10-day challenge, I thought it was just 10 days, but it's actually 14 days. It's 2 weeks.
Right.
That's what the template is. I think maybe it might make sense for that to be in the description or something, because that was a little
Right.
confusing.
Of course.
Okay, so that's what I was curious about. But here's the other thing though, real quick. It says wait 2 days and then it unlocks day 8, which makes sense. But why is this sending a day 6 email? Wouldn't that be day 8 email?
Right. That's what I was trying to figure out right now. And day 7, right? Let's open
Yeah.
the day 6 email. We are back. Day 6 is here. And
I
if you-
think I know what
That
happened.
seems like day 6 of your course. It's your
Yeah, so I-
6th day of your course, not an actual day number 6.
I think what it is because there's a 5-day challenge and a 10-day challenge. I think what happened with the template is that whoever made the template for the 10-day challenge, they just duplicated the module to double it, but they didn't change the names for the Experienceify. So somebody would probably want to go in there and adjust this.
Absolutely. I will make a note
accordingly.
on that right now.
Yeah. Okay. That was the confusing part, because when I saw these other extra days beyond day 10, I thought that when I added the extra days, like it somehow automatically added some
Yeah.
experience stuff.
I understand why, but no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Not automatically. I think there's a tutorial in YouTube. Let me find it. And in the meantime, we can go to Lucia's and Sue's questions, if that's okay.
Yep. Okay. So that's perfect. Okay. I understand all that. Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome, Dave.
And I'm going to go ahead and
When it says wait 1 day, that just means from the last message? Or
from the
from,
last trigger, I guess.
got it. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
And then you could set the time too when that goes out, which is great. You can lock it in. The only challenge with that though is if people are international, I kind of faced that. We had to like figure out a time that worked for everyone to send that because it doesn't do geolocation on time. So everyone's going to get that email at a different time depending on what country they're in. But okay, how do I always?
That was a
Oh,
good
here we
catch, Day, that you realized about the, you know, the 10-day versus the
Mhm.
5-day or whatever, and how they put all these extra emails in. And
Yeah, that was thanks to Brenda figured that out. And
And
yeah,
you
this
can
is
you can check out the tutorial that I shared in the chat. That's the
Oh.
5 and 10-day challenge template walkthrough. So you
okay,
can
cool.
get a better understanding on that.
Cool.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I'm just gonna mute my mic and
Thank you, Dave. Okay, Lucia, please go ahead.
I have a couple questions. On the screen, what am I hearing? Okay. On the screen that Day just had up, where it was all the days,
Uh-huh.
can we rename those?
Sure.
Because I want to have mine be like body language day and emotional range day and blocking
yeah.
day. And
Absolutely.
so I don't want them to be, even though I might use a 10-day template, which, oh my
Mhm.
God, thank God someone told me it was 10 weekdays because my brain would have exploded at some point. I would have had a little tantrum. So we can rename those. Like I can rename them in that way because that's going to help me so much. Numbers make me a mess.
Absolutely.
Yay. Yay. So I'm very
Actually,
easy to please.
quick question on
So
that. With the renaming on the because that was in the actual experience engine, but that is only for us to see in the back end, right? Or because if we want to rename the days, we can title those whatever we want for front facing, and that would be in the
Yes.
course materials or course content, right?
Yes, it does populate that automatically. So for example, if I don't want to call it day 1, I want to call it, I don't know, public speech day.
it won't change the email. You'll have to go in and manually edit the email template. There's no cascade. There's no
Yeah.
cascade in XP. That's what I've noticed. There's no cascade, which is actually not the worst. Like I hated that, and then I realized, oh, it's going to save a lot of boo-boos and a lot of lack of being observant. But you can rename your days, but you have to rename those emails and the content to boot. So you need a little system.
Cool.
if you're renaming something, is it just for that course, or are you like changing the global template for all of your courses?
No. This is just for
Yeah, there's
one
no
course.
cascade.
Yeah, no.
Just for one course?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And
Okay.
even just for whatever the thing is that you're renaming, it doesn't, it's not like CSS styles. It doesn't push it through
Mm.
Yeah.
what I think
Yeah.
Lucia was saying.
So just for that course, you're changing those, like
yeah.
the name of those emails, like day 1 or day 10.
Yeah,
or
and just
whatever.
for that element too is kind of what Lucia is saying. It's not going
Yeah.
to cascade and adjust all of the other things it's connected to.
There's
So
no
you have to
ripple
go in
effect
individually.
into content. There's
Got
no
it.
ripple effect. That's a better word, I guess, for a layman is that there's no ripple effect in XP that I've noticed. I haven't found any. It's
I
very
think there is, like, I remember seeing in a section, like if let's say you're in step 4 and you're on one of the pages, if you edit layout, I think that will affect it, because I remember like clicking edit layout
for
once
your main
and-
page for your course, for the home page for
Yeah,
your course. Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
it-
yeah. I'm
it'll-
talking
it'll,
about
like,
I'm talking
change
about the
everything.
code on the back end. Rather
Right,
than
so be careful
design.
about that, because if you change one thing, it's going to change everything, right, Brenda?
Yes, be careful about that.
I see
That was
you
reasonable.
nodding.
Wait, for
Yeah.
which one?
When you decide to put like the same style across all pages, you cannot reverse that. So if you're sure, do it. But if you're not sure, it's best to just change everything like manually.
Like if you're in step 4 and you click, there's edit, or no, I'm sorry, it's not edit content, it's edit layout. I think
Edit
that's what I was talking about. Not content. Edit layout, then it'll say, hey, be careful, because if you edit this layout, it's going to edit the layout for everything, like globally. So be careful about that, because if you edit something, it's going to change everything. That's the only thing that I know of That if you
Mhm.
Oh.
change,
Maybe
It
you
just
No?
edits in your course. It doesn't edit from course to course.
Oh yeah, no, not for course to course. No.
It only
Oh, I
edits in
thought-
your course.
Yes, not
Hmm.
across all your courses, but just in one of your courses. Like if you decide to edit the layout for all of them,
I see.
then it changes everything for your course, but not for every single one of them. Like no. That would be too much.
Okay.
So what you're saying is when you change the layout, it'll change the layout of your homepage, your all trainings page, or single training market, like all
Yeah,
those pages.
Exactly.
Okay.
Things like fonts, font size, background colors, stuff like that.
Got
And
it.
Have a
yeah.
branding template for each course.
Sorry, again, Gia, what was
It's
it?
like having a branding template for each course.
Uh-huh.
Got it.
Mm.
Like you can
Okay.
change, like my happy course can have a different font than my cranky course.
Yes.
I'm not going to, that's the only way I know how to describe it. So I just want to get my questions
Perfect.
answered because I have a student in 6 minutes. Okay, where was it? Yeah, we can rename the days. Thank God it's 2 weeks. And then back to SMS, if you don't mind, just for two shakes. The SMS, I know we can buy a number from you guys for $100 or something, right?
Right.
So yay, because that's much more safe. And who maintains that? Who does that? Who's providing that?
I'm not sure because when you use a service and you pay for it, it's from XP's number, right? So let me check in the help center if it tells you who's the provider. Let me see.
Because
My-
I just
my-
bought a phone number on Go Plus and
I
it
just-
was like a
I
monthly
really
fee.
need to I really need to get this out and then I gotta leap out of here, please. My query is based on cybersecurity and the privacy of my clients. And
Mhm.
so I make the query not because I need it in the answer in this moment, but I think it would be something we would all like to know in terms of who's managing all of that because that's going to give them access to the phones and access to everything on their phones. So
Right.
it's a high risk proposition. So this is I ghostwrite cybersecurity books. So this is why it came up in my little brain. So anyway, I don't expect an answer from you today. I would love to get an email. So the next question was, you said something about a cost for the SMS, but is it no cost if there's no emojis or only cost if there's emojis?
No, there's always a cost, independently of using emojis or not. We don't recommend to use emojis because that's very expensive, but yeah, with no emojis. And
What's the cost per SMS?
right, so your account automatically comes with 50 free SMSs per month. Okay, so that's for free. But if you want to use more than 50, which probably you will, I don't know.
Is that 50 broadcasts or only 50 students?
50 SMSs.
So
So
only 50 people.
50
well,
messages.
not necessarily, because let's say that in one of your courses you send 3 SMSs or 4 SMSs with each automation or with each experience. So each of your students are going to receive 4 SMSs. So if you have, like
10
5
students.
students or 10 students,
I
duplicate
just
that.
need to
by four.
clarify the logic in my dumb little brain here. Are we being charged if I've got what, 5 of you here, right? So if I send out a broadcast to 5 people, is that a charge of 5 SMSs or is it one SMS to
Five.
5 people?
5 SMSs.
Okay, so
It's
50
per
does
message, she's saying, I think.
Yeah, 50 is not a lot. You'll burn through that
50
pretty
is
quick.
nothing. And what is the cost per SMS?
2,000 SMSs for $100, so 5 cents each. I will share the link with you and you will see the pricing there. And also, Lucia, please, if you want an answer about who is the provider of Experienceify's number, please send an email to support. They will help you with that answer.
Perfect. That it just popped into my head when Day was talking about SMS and I'm like, how secure is that? So, I mean, I
I'd like
hate
to know.
SMSs on my phones. Like I just turn them off every time because I can't with the Pavlovian beeps anymore, So
Sure.
It's a lot of noise pollution in your day.
But it's a great way to get a hold of people because people don't always check email, but people almost
Yeah.
I'm
always
aware
check their
why there's a
text.
benefit to the technology. I'm just saying, as
Yeah.
someone with ADHD, which are all my clients, it's no bueno for us.
You know what
Totally understand.
I recommend, because I have severe ADHD as well. I'm doing like 10 things at a time, is
I just nearly
do
got
not
diagnosed
disturb
in
mode.
May. What'd you say?
Just have everybody keep their phone 100% of the time on do not disturb mode. And that way you never get bothered. And that way you're in control of when you check your phone for messages and phone calls.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, we have a social emotional learning component to our material too. So we add in some wellness stuff in there, but
nice.
that's just I couldn't take on introverts and ADHD people while I'm asking them to be super uber vulnerable because they're learning to perform without managing overwhelm is the greatest thing we manage is overwhelm. And not just like lesson and information overwhelm, but emotional overwhelm, and it all happens at once. That's why we do micro lessons.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for the time. Heather, I'm sorry if you felt like I was cutting you off. I just
Not at
needed to
all. I just wanted to jump in if I knew something or clarify if I could in any way.
yeah, fully nerded up. But thank you for all the information. And did you put a link for the money?
Yes, it's the link for there's two, for the 5 and 10 challenge template and for the SMSs.
You can save the
well, listen,
chat
you
if you
guys-
press the 3 dots at the top right corner next to the name of the room.
Thank
That
you.
way it'll save all your links.
I don't like doing that. Anyway, I just want to wish everyone a blessed day. Thank you.
You
Good
too.
to see everybody. Thanks again for earlier day and Brenda, who you guys like just answered all my questions for Go Plus. Take care.
Nice to meet you, Lucia.
Thank you, Lucia. Bye.
Hi,
So,
Lucia.
so you had a question, right?
Who?
Yes, I did. I know my hand keeps disappearing.
Right.
So I'm just going back. If you remember, I'm the one that's got the child course that the
Mhm.
parents buying. And I did find out most of them do not have a second email for their kids. So
Okay.
it was another thing. I know we got some magic links.
Uh-huh.
We were going to, last we talked was had the parents get their course, their little simplified summary with like action steps, and they were going to gift the child course to them, and then there'd be a magic link for the kid. Now the kid would
Right.
still have to use the parent email.
Right.
However, I need for the parent to be able that wants to see what the kid's learning, because my summary is just a summary. But if they want to see what they're watching, they're going to need their own course so they don't mess up the kids. Like you were saying, well, the parent could go in there and see what the kid's doing, but they could end up checking off a video and the parent did it, and not the kid.
Right.
So
Mhm.
now
Yeah.
how should I do it? Should I give the parent both courses, and then the gift is just the kid course that the kid, but how do I get the kid, if they use that magic link, then even if they use the same email, they'll only be logging into that gift course, correct?
So the reason for the magic link is that, I mean, yes, it will be everything with one email, right? So one email can have access to several courses. That could be the child's course and the parent's course. Sorry, that's sorry, my dog entered to the bathroom.
Oh.
Uh,
I
so
know what was going on.
yeah. She likes the paper in there. Yeah. Anyway, so yes, your parents have access to one of their courses and they have access to the child's course. So the reason for the magic link is that the kids can only simply click on the magic link and that will take them to the course that they need to complete. So what you need to tell the parents is, this is your kid's course and the one that you're going to complete is this other one. So you can share both magic links, like the one for the parents and the one for the kids. Like, this is the one that you should share with your kid and this is your magic link for your course.
Okay, good. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that they were, because since we're dealing with that, the magic link, again, when the magic link, is there any way I can name that a little different? Just so, or is
I
it
mean,
just
sure.
gonna be?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, instead of saying magic link and then put it like a random link to it, you can say the name like, this is your child's course,
Yeah,
automatic.
so I can customize that link, that magic link.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, good.
the link is not customizable, but you can change the wording in the email to say, this is your child's course automatic login.
And I'll hyperlink it.
Exactly, your hyperlink.
Okay, then they'll know, and then I'll just have to make sure they keep that
Yes,
email. It always says, very important, here's all
very
your ways
important.
to
Yes,
access your
exactly.
courses.
And
Okay.
also make sure to, in your welcome video, your welcome, whatever you're going to do in the welcome homepage, make sure to also note this like as a very important part of the process here.
Right, yeah,
Okay? Mhm.
okay. And then the
What,
second
that they
part,
can log in automatically?
Yes, that, and also that one is for the kids' course and one is for them.
yeah, I don't expect the parent to do it, but they're gonna wanna look and see what's
Yes.
going on, especially, so, but I don't want them to mess up what the child's actually doing.
Yes, very important to know that.
Yeah, so they're setting this up for me automatically. So this was another thing. The first time I'm running it, it's all like one group is going to start. But going forward, it's more evergreen.
Okay.
So they start and so I'm setting up the emails like, they get the day 1 and day 2, day 3, so they can start anywhere because my coaching calls are on wherever the kids are because they'll be able to keep coming in. So I won't have to worry about specific material
Okay.
like that. But so when they're doing this, I would be better to go ahead and make it look like an evergreen course, even though the first time I run it, because if they set it up for, let's say, like, a 21-day challenge, which is basically a month, a 4-week, then they might be stuck. Or will that transfer over? Like, I don't want it to have to start just on a Monday, let's say the 1st of November. Or does it matter? Or will I still, like, this is whenever you start, here's your day 1, and you go through, even if it's, because it's a 4-week module, so that looks like a 21-day challenge, correct?
Uh-huh.
Or 20 days, whatever. But yeah, 5 times 4 is 20. So which way should I set up the automation so that in the future, it doesn't matter what day of the month they start, they just still go through, or is it all the same?
If it's evergreen, it doesn't matter.
Okay,
Like-
so it's only if people want to set up, my course starts November 1st and ends November 30th, and I cut it off, like Day was saying, like it sounded like there's no more emails with that, like there's no continuity. I'm just gonna leave mine open, right? Like it's not gonna end.
You don't need to set up like a finish line date.
Yeah, I won't have to finish
yeah,
that, 'cause
you
they're gonna
don't
go
do
into
that.
the next course. And the next, I'm just setting up as each month as a separate course.
Okay.
So that, so it doesn't look, so I don't get this one big long string. I remember Murray saying that. So they don't look like this is 12 weeks. That'll like drive the kids crazy. So I'm just gonna have 3 courses all in a row. Basically, that's how I was gonna set it up. So it's not, I don't get this big long string of stuff every month, because every month it changes, the topic changes.
Going to keep. So you're going to have 3 separate courses for different topics, but you want them to have access to, let's say, if they are in the month 3, they will have access to month 1 and month 2 content?
Yeah, for review. Yeah, they'll always be able to see it. So they need to.
Okay, so I mean, you can do it. You can do it in.
Ultimately, this is a year-long program.
Okay.
So you were saying, yeah, chunk it up. I'd rather chunk it up into just every 4 weeks. And it's because they're on recurring payments. The next one opens, the next one opens, but they're always going to need to go back and look at something if they can't remember something. So they have, because this all builds on itself.
Okay. I mean, there's,
So,
yeah, you can do it.
I mean, I would have to gift them the next course. Is that what it
Right.
would be?
You
Kind
can
of,
duplicate you can duplicate, let's say, like the first course, and then
Right.
add the content on the second course, plus the, like the content from the previous one, and so on.
Right.
With 3 different courses.
Yeah, so when they go there, they can have that little, the little thumbnail will be whichever one they're on, and they can click that on. I mean, they're only gonna see number 1, then number 2 will show up, and number 3 will show up. In the course thing, but they'll still be able to use that same one magic link, because all I'm gonna do is add the next course and add it, so they don't have to get, or they have to get a new magic link.
That would be a new magic link if you're going to duplicate the course and then add more content to it, to the second version. You know, if you're going to create the new content in the same course, then they don't need a magic link, like a new one. It's the same one. But if you're going to duplicate that course and then add content to it, you need a second magic link.
No, I was gonna duplicate the template.
Then no,
for the
it's the
for the
same.
second course, and then I'm just gonna drop in the new material.
Okay, no, then you don't need a new magic link.
Oh, good, because that'll
one.
drive everybody nuts. I
Yes.
can't have
Yeah,
12
no,
magic links.
it's the
going
same
on.
one then. Yeah.
Okay, I think I got it figured out.
Okay, good. And Heather,
I was asking this morning on the integrations, you can connect a Facebook business page. But like I had asked Go High Level Help, the support, if you could connect more than one Facebook business page. And I was talking to Day about this earlier. And I think it said that you would need another account. So I know, like, I bought Go Plus for a lifetime. If I wanted like a second account, like how would that work? Because I mean, like, I think if you're an agency, you can have as many accounts as you want, but like, would Murray allow like a second account if you have like one business, but like 2 websites or 3 websites, so you have different Facebook business pages? How would that work? Do you have any idea?
honestly, no. I think today I'm going to create I will clean all the questions from this chat and the previous chat. I was waiting for this one to be completed. And I think I answered something there. I'm not quite sure. I will also ask Stephen if he has a good answer for that. And please allow me to put it in the frequently asked questions document. And if I don't have an answer for you there, then please ask the Go High Level support. They will be able to help you better than I can at this point. Like I was saying, Day, and I think Araceli was here at the time. I'm not fully trained with Go Plus, so I can't really give you like a good training on that yet. Stephen is the one who's going to give you like the following trainings in the office every now and then on Wednesdays. So please be patient with me. I am also learning about Go Plus. But I will make my best to get that answer, Heather. Sorry, to get that question answered, Heather.
That would be great. I think I might have emailed Stephen about it. I'm not sure. I emailed him about a couple things, but I may have. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that would be great to know, because I'm sure that a lot of people on the calls, even though they might have more than one website or more than one business. I have one business, but different websites. And I think that would be really great to know. And then, because according to Go High Level Support, like, he didn't know, but he checked into it while we were chatting, and he said, you need another account. And then when I asked Murray Googled it, and it said Go High Level, you can have another account. And then I was talking to Day about it today.
Yeah.
And he checked, and it said, like, you should go under, I think it was like ads settings or ads manager, and then you select another account, but you need a second account to do that. So like, it'd be up to Murray, like, can we add a second account? How much would that cost? And all of that.
Of course. Yes, I will follow up on that. And hopefully I will be sending you that document either today or tomorrow.
Ooh, wow,
Okay.
That's pretty lofty. There are a lot of questions.
There
I love
were,
it.
I know.
There are a lot of good questions too.
Yeah.
I was reading the chat. I was like, holy cow, these are fantastic.
Yeah, I will just
Uh,
ask ChatGPT to give me like only the questions and answers, and hopefully that will ease up a little bit that
Oh,
workload.
that'll clear up a
Yeah,
lot because a lot
yeah.
of people had terrific questions today.
I
Very
agree.
interactive.
Yeah, and nothing. I just want to thank you for being here at the office hours today. I need to leave now, but please feel free to join me next Thursday for the third edition of the office hours. And thank you so much for all your help here. Day, thank you so much. Sue, Heather, Araceli, thank you for being here and listening. And have a lovely day, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Brenda.
Brenda.
Appreciate you.
Awesome.
Take care.
Appreciate
Bye.
you.
Thank you. I appreciate you too. Bye.